Hello, everybody. This is just a kind of a follow up to some of the videos I've been seeing on YouTube in regards to mowing long grass, one time cuts in the landscaping industry. A couple of people have been putting videos up about it recently because it seems to be the time of season for it. Brian from Lawn Maintenance. Hey, what's up, buddy? Randy from Countryside Lawn, a couple of YouTubers, good YouTubers. Check them out if you're into watching this type of stuff. I watch them on a regular basis for entertainment myself. Kind of inspired me to start doing this a little bit, just kind of sharing some of my experiences out in the industry. This is a one-time cut customer, somebody that called a day or two ago, new customer in an area that I already mow, called me up and mentioned that he needed a one-time mow, so to speak. And I questioned him after a while, just asking, you know, is he interested in future lawn service? And he said, "Oh yeah, I would definitely be interested in a, maybe a maintenance plan or something like that. Let's see how you do with your, one-time cut, so to speak." So, a lot of people usually do that and promise you work in the future, and that never happens. But regardless, I priced the job accordingly to what needed to be done, and a lot of people will give you promises of, I'm going to need work later on, hoping that you're going to lower your price, give them a super deal, and I'm not falling for that. I get what I'm worth, the time that I do the work, and that's what it is. So it turned out in the end to be a good thing. You know, People mentioning whether it's worth it or not for doing these one-time cuts. You have to kind of be worried about obstacles in the lawn, wear and tear on the mower, that type of stuff. I usually don't do these, but it was kind of more of an experiment, especially where I've been seeing a lot about it on YouTube, and it's kind of been a subject. So I said, I'm gonna give this a shot, videotape it, kind of share my experience and how it went down. So yeah, this was the lawn. I showed up first thing, and of course the irrigation had just been on. Forgot to mention to the customer that he should probably shut his irrigation off for me to go ahead and mow, as mowing the grass wet is going to make it even worse. But so I ended up going and doing some other lawns and coming back. So that was kind of a pain in the neck. It didn't really work out too smooth in my schedule, but I still told him I'd do it. So I came back after it dried up. This was about, I think, 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Today, actually, Saturday, that I mowed this. This video that you're seeing so far is sped up 4 times the speed. Um, you can't mow with a walker this fast and expect any good results. So, as you can see, I had to go over each pass multiple times. At this point right here, after I clear the clog that's in the catcher, I now show you the regular speed of how slow you actually have to mow through this. The next, I think it's looking at the timer here, 35 seconds or so is going to be the regular speed mowing. As you can see, it's a snail's pace crawl to have to make it to get through this. And this whole job is it's a lawn that I would price, and I actually did price it $48 for a weekly maintenance or bi-weekly maintenance. This particular cut, I charged basically a triple charge. I kind of rounded it to $125, which isn't exactly a triple charge. It's a little less than that, but I figured the $125 should cover taking care of this on the first mow. I was able to dump on site the grass clippings, which was good, and I did cut that out. You'll see in the video. There's definitely sorry about that. You'll see in the video. There's definitely little cut spots where I emptied the bagger in the woods behind the camera that you don't see. So, anyways, this is regular speed now that we're mowing at, and as you can see, it's very slow and painful, so to speak, to mow, but it is doing a fairly decent job, collecting the grass and and getting it done. I usually go up and back maybe even 2-3 times to get it to look right. So pretty soon I'll speed it right back up to the to even a faster. I think it's an 8 times speed just to finish out the lawn so you can see what it looked like in the end. But anyways, in the end, I mowed the lawn. Like I said, it took about an hour total. The customer came out, he was happy, paid on the spot with a credit card. I didn't want to bill him. I just kind of wanted to get payment quickly. When I get these type of customers, I always asked, to myself, why is their lawn long? Is it, are they non-paying customers? Did their lawnmower break? Is somebody ill? What's the reason that the lawn got to this state? And just to try to be aware that you don't get screwed out of your money or whatever. So I made a judgment call. Everything was fine. He did pay. He did go ahead and ask for bi-weekly mowing. I'll let you know how that goes. So at this point, I did put it on the schedule, and I'll be coming back in 2 weeks from this date. Actually, it'll be on a Friday to finish up and to go ahead and mow every 2 weeks. I'm trying to work on that, saying all the time into the microphone here, as I say it right afterwards. Anyhow, so yeah, I just figured I'd share my experience with this, and in a little bit you'll see that I take the camera and kind of give you a close-up of how tall the lawn was. In some areas, it was a good 2.5, 3 feet, I would say. Maybe even a little taller in some areas. Wasn't very thick, more of a stringy type of grass. There were some areas that were thicker than others, but I was able to actually do it a little better than I thought I would. I thought it was, I might have to weed whack it down first or whatever, but like I said, I'm not one to mow lawns that are overgrown like this. Back when I first started, and I used to use walk behinds, and I didn't collect the grass. It was a little bit easier to kind of mow through this stuff, like a hay field. But the walker's more of a finish mower. It's not really designed to be doing large areas. It's not a fast mower. It's not a production mower. It's not a mower that you can crank out acreage. So most of my lawns are smaller. This is actually probably a medium to large size here. So I just grabbed the camera and brought it over and kind of give you a from the ground view of how high it is. It's really hard to tell on camera exactly how high it is without being there. I think the easiest way to tell is when the camera faces over towards the walker to the left here. You can kind of see how the walker looks buried. I think it's about halfway up the height. That's about 2 feet right there, up to 3 feet to the right. And then as you can see, in relation to the walker, it's pretty tall. It was quite a mess. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, everything went well with it. Didn't hit any obstacles. There wasn't any issues. The mower did fine. You can see the backwoods over there where I could just dump the grass clippings, which was, saving from having to take them out of there. And, that's my video on one-time cuts or, overgrown lawns. Like I said, it's not something I do regularly. This did work out well. I ended up getting a customer, it seems, out of it. But typically I'm a little scared, if somebody that hasn't mowed their lawn. I'm assuming this hasn't been mowed at all this season. Being at this height, it's pretty tall. I live in an area that is very seasonal, and a lot of my customers don't even come down till about now. So I think that was what happened here, is just kind of something that got forgotten about, or maybe the last landscaper just disappeared off the face of the earth and wasn't mowing it when they thought they would. But regardless, like I said, it went well, and the mower didn't break down through this whole thing. This is, again, a 1997, I believe, Walker mower that I've restored quite a few times over and over again. It's on its third motor, I believe, the one that I have in it now. So, and it just keeps plugging away. Like I said, it's not a speed demon, but it does cut pretty nice. I cut this, I believe it was 3.5 to 4 inches. I cut it pretty high just because I knew it was going to be hard to get through. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll try to make my videos a little more entertaining in the future. Like I said, I'm just kind of practicing with the whole voiceover thing and trying to get you some different types of content. Right now, pretty much just mowing, but I'm going to have more repair type videos and stuff in the future. So thank you and have a good night.